Hi, Annie Duke here, and in this lesson, we're going to introduce you to the basic concepts that help you develop an optimal tournament strategy. In fact, you're really not going to believe how simple these concepts are because they can all be gelled down to really just one sentence: play for the win. Now, most players, especially those who are very new to tournament poker, are very happy to just make the money in a large multi-table tournament. In fact, often that's their goal, is to just cash. And it really shouldn't be their goal, and they shouldn't be happy with that result. Now look, while making the money is no small feat, I mean, tournaments do only pay generally 10% of the field, so that is kind of a big deal to make the money. The fact is that the payout structures in multi-table tournaments are heavily weighted toward the final table, and in fact are very weighted toward the top three players, who split generally about 50% of the prize pool. Now think about the 2009 WSOP main event. Simply cashing in this tournament earned you about $20,000, or twice your tournament buy-in. But winning the tournament, Joe Cata took home more than $8 million for first place, while second place finisher Darvin Moon cashed a check worth more than $5 million. Now, to put this in perspective, what that means is that winning the main event in 2009 was 400 times more profitable than merely cashing. And this brings us back to this sort of fundamental concept in developing an optimal tournament strategy, which is that you have to play for the win. I mean, let's say you're in a situation where you have two choices on how to play your hand. Option one, let's say you have to choose, like, do I want to take a race, for example. Now, if you were to choose to take that race, it might really reduce your chances of cashing in the tournament. But because you would win so many chips if you won, would really drastically increase your chances of winning in the tournament. Now, if you take option two, which would be folding, even though you know you're a money favorite to that race, that might reduce your chances of winning the tournament, but would certainly increase your chances of cashing because you're more likely to last past that money bubble. Now, what would you do in this situation? Obviously, given what we understand about, first place versus cashing, you should always take choice number one. Because why on earth would you want to protect your chances to cash for just $20,000 at the cost of giving up your chances at that $8 million payday? Look, now that we understand the reasoning behind playing for the win, we can ask, how do you accomplish this goal? Well, the easiest and most important step you can take here is to not ante away, your money, just trying to get into the money. Meaning that you don't want to be that player who cashes, but ends up cashing with such a short stack after that money bubble burst that you really just don't have any chance of winning once you've locked that win up. Adopting the kind of strategy that doesn't have you ante your money off, but allows you to get into action on these money bubbles, is going to cause you certainly to cash less often. But you're going to be in a much stronger position to win on those occasions when you do cash. And because the payout structures favor those players who make it deeper in multi-table tournaments, you're going to earn more money each time you do cash, which will certainly make up for the fact that you have cashed less often.